Greetings, greetings. It is I, your fellow born natural, foreign national, private sector national, the Badwolf. And without further ado, let us begin the entertainment, shall we? What's up, guys? It's James C. Lovett. Oh, better not use the legal name around here. I want them thinking I'm a legal fiction. So, with an eng legis. All right. It's the werewolf himself. Badwolf. All right. What do we got today? What's going on? Oh, it's kind of a whopper. Let there be light from this way. Illuminate me, Lord. There we go. All right. So thanks for checking in and subscribing. We have hit 50,000 subscribers and we are continuing to climb. So thank you for that. Remember, I got 5 new YouTube channels. Yes, we are expanding. All right. So all the other great knowledge and things that are locked up in this larger than life melon. But it's not as big as the Paracas skulls. Is it? It's pretty close. Maybe I'm an alien, in fact, from another world. Masquerading to be a human amongst you peoples. Or I just got a big dome. Whatever. Keeps lots of knowledge in there, I guess. All right. So 5 new YouTube channels. Those are on blacksite32.com. You can check out the social media page and find out all the platforms that I'm on to make sure that you don't get scammed by other people out there. Because unfortunately, it has happened. I didn't think I was famous enough for that, but I guess. And all the things, consults, discounts, new services for mobile notary. If you need help with groceries and bills, there's finances and resources on that page. Lots of free new documents. Go get it. All right. Without further ado. Oh, wait. I digress. If you see anybody using any of my information in a negative way, calling me the S word, defamation of character, report them as soon as possible. Otherwise, have a great day and let us begin the education. This particular video is kind of a whopper. It is about you being denied with the UCC. Now, I made 2 videos before, even one was about a week ago. And then a viewer, we'll just say, reached out to me with a rather interesting form. So we're not going to cover every single thing in here because this would be like a 2 or 3 hour video. And I'm pretty sure you guys don't want that long of a video. I know how it'd be. But unlike other people out there, gurus, I try to get right to the point, get the little frills and stuff out of the way, but it ain't going to be no long thing. Okay. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So this particular file, and it will be available on blacksite32 on the download, free download page. As soon as I find it here. Yes. Okay, there we go. I got to share screen. So it will be available for free because as I find it free, I will give it free. I only charge for the files that I make. Everything else that is good and has been vetted, and this one comes from the highest of the vetting of sources. Where's the share screen? Oh, there it is. All right. Shazam! Okay. Shazam? All right. Here we go. So now, sorry about the commercial in the background. They really should pay me for that. All right. Turn the music down just a hair. I don't want interfering with what we got going on. So once again, guys, this video is a comprehensive guide on why you got rejected for filing your UCC record. Now, this is back from 2010. You can probably contact your state and see if they have a rejection filing, or as it's known here, as jurisdictional guidelines for accepting a UCC record presented for filing. All right. Now, they may or may not want to share this with you. This one is for Oregon. Okay. And in their notes, as we go up here, it says filing officer action chart. So that might be what they're going to call it in your state for the UCC. Now, they might say you can't have this because it's for their officers only. You might have to do a FOIA request, you know, or whatever it takes to get it, or ask them under what code or action, jurisdiction or Article 9 section are you denying me for? Okay, specifically, what are the codes for this denial? Okay, now we're going to switch over here. We're going to pick on Wisconsin as well, because these are just what I have in my queue. So in looking up one for Wisconsin, what I located, and I check out any state, whatever, no state is off the books for me. All right, none of them are off the table. I just check out whichever ones come up I find stuff for. So here, this one has a general business services, general information. Okay, so I think if we click this one, okay, try that one. Okay, so yeah, it does bring us up to their page. Guy for UCC filings. Let's just check that out. Okay, so here you see they also have online filings about your statement, termination of it, continuation of it, assignment, transferring it to somebody else, an amendment, which is a UCC 3, collateral. So when you guys are getting rejected, you need to really go to your state or the state, or just type in, like I did, a manual online guide, UCC filings, and you're going to find they're going to give you the information, but you have to go through it. All right. They're literally going to step you through how to do it. Okay. All right. So let's get back to here. What else do we find? Okay, so this was awesome too, because here apparently in Wisconsin has a bar, .organization, and it says revised UCC Article 9 compliance. Now, why is that important? Because that means that they recognize, no matter what the courts say, the UCC filings. Feel me? Are you hearing me? So the UCC, which all 50 states and the District of Columbia, that's awesome. Caramba, have adopted. So they all have adopted it. And the only one that's a little bit different is it's either Louisiana or Georgia. They've got their own Napoleonic law down there and UCC version, but they still have it. But they're a little bit different, so they don't exactly abide by it. They're kind of you know, the Diet Coke of evil or whatever. So look, it's governing goods, leases, negotiable instruments, booyah. Bank deposits, booyah. So they deal with the banks. The banks can't lie, so they don't deal with it. Their internal code does not supersede UCC law or their law code, which they've have adopted. Okay. Once again, this is fire right here. So for those people in Wisconsin, check it out. Wisconsin court system, court fees and filing. UCC claims greater than 100,000. So they recognize the UCC claims in courts. I've been telling you guys this. They have to. If the person you're dealing with doesn't know, then you need to go up the ladder. Okay, so this is Virginia. Virginia's got jurisdictional guidelines for accepting UCC records too. You click this, and this is going to tell you their ins and outs of their UCC. Okay, so now let's get out of that page, go back to this page. Right? Nope, wrong page. Oh, where did it go? There we go. All right. So because we found this one or was given this one from some people who live in Oregon, this is going to be the example. Okay, so we're picking on Oregon right now. We're not really picking on, we're just helping them to teach their people how to do the UCC better and provide proper use of the forms and comply in the world of commerce. All right, so the following assumptions apply. So one, the problem described is the only issue. All other information is correct. So they're saying you only basically had one thing wrong, and this is what it is. The procedure outline is filing office action only. It does not indicate legal effectiveness or perfection, meaning you did not perfect it. Like they're not here to say, yeah, you did it right, or whatever it is trying to do. They're just saying you got enough information accurate on the form that they'll let it pass. You shall not pass your weak UCC1 filing. All right. So the reason why I'm doing this, because, you know, kind of getting tired of people emailing me, asking me how to fix their UCC1, especially for free. I don't get paid for free emails. My beautiful peoples out there, love you to death, but got to start doing the footwork. Yeah, I don't mind doing a consultation because, well, that's me getting paid for my time, which is what I'm worth. Especially if you're not going to do the job, read and watch all my emails and stuff, and download one of these beauties. Okay. So speaking of which, let me make sure I got it downloaded. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. That being said, let's move on, shall we? All right. So please be aware that the treatment of the filing may vary from indicated action deviation listed below, blah, 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 blah. Anytime a filing is accepted as to one or more debtors, but not all debtors are accepted, customers should be notified of eligibility of debtors. So if you have an illegible debtors, you put a name on there and it's not eligible, they're supposed to let you know. So let's just take a couple here. The filer fails to provide information in item A, B, and or C. Accept it under Article 9 section. Okay, cool. So if you don't put in all information in those slots, they'll let you pass. Check this out, though. Address and zip codes. The filer fails to provide a zip code for the U.S. address. So that's for the debtor. You don't put a zip code in there. Reject. You are rejected. Okay. The filer provides a mailing address in the city field in either the state or the country field for the debtor or a secured party address. Well, for international addresses, accept. But for the U.S. address of the debtor, it has to be here. I'm telling you guys that since day one. I didn't even see this chart and I knew this. There it is. Proof is in the pudding. Where else do you guys go that people show you exactly the WTF, right? Get your T out. All right. What else can we find here? Like I said, I'm not going to go through the whole thing because, you know, it's too long. Plus, you can go and get one for your state. If you can't, the sample one will be on Black Site 32 in the free docs page. While you're there, please check out all the other goodies and services and merchandise. You can get you a nice little Badwolf hat, shirt, something for the kids and whatever else, or just, you know, support. The donation page is now up. It's most precariously called donation. Yeah. If you want, one time, every week, every day, whatever you feel, whatever you can afford, whatever you like, would be cool with me. All right, so let's check it out. The filer checks the box indicating the debtor name provided in box 1B, individual, is a legitimate transmitting utility. Accept. Agricultural lien and non-UCC filing. Most of the time, you're not going to use agricultural lien unless you're, well, a farmer or something, or, you know, that of that sort. Non-UCC filing, you can check that one if you want it to be a non-UCC, but if you want it in their jurisdiction, then you're going to check UCC filing, okay? But if you just want to make the filing and so that you have a record of it, but you don't want it in the public, non-UCC. Okay? Okay. Okay. The filer provides an organizational name in item 10A and an individual name in item 10B. Reject. Okay, check it out. All right, we're not even halfway through. Good. I'll go a little slower if you guys want to see. So over here, you can see statutory. So people want to say, oh, there's no such thing as statutory. Yeah, statutory rule, statutory law, statutory jurisdiction, operating by statutes. Everything I've been telling you guys, course of action, article section of the UCC, jurisdiction. So all these things I've been telling you guys since day one, all are real. There it is, boom. They have to be. That's how they all operate so they don't step on each other's toes. Jure in my diction. The filer checks secured party and change in item 5 only provides a secured party name in item 6A or item 6B and the secured party name in item 7A or 7B. Reject. Now look over here. Delaware will accept it and add a name with existing address. New Hampshire, Oklahoma, Tennessee will just accept it. Utah, accept for name change, no other action. So depending on where you're at, there's a reason why somebody, you know, you guys follow a lot of these other wishy-washy gurus trying to tell you this stuff. Here's the reasons why. No offense to some of the wishy-washy, to all the wishy-washy ones, but to the guys out there holding it down and ladies, much love. And for those people out there who do watch my channel and are their own little gurus, hey, throw a shout out to me and my channel. Don't be like that. Don't be like the system wants you guys to be, us fighting amongst themselves. Okay, don't play the game. And if you do play that game, well, then that's you. Because you know what? If I find your information on your channel, I'm going to throw a shout out. Keep it real. I've already done it, and I will continue to do it. You know, so I do send people other people's way. And I'm not going to mention any names. We're just going to say one doofus out there who was like, oh, this guy, you've sent a lot of people to this guy, meaning me. Yeah, I send people back that person's way too. All right. So yeah, that's because we're showing love. And if you got nothing to show, step back and sit in the sandbox, little children. Grown folks' business. We're trying to make something happen. You're trying to cause animosity and put 5 on 10 and ain't got nothing to show. People always want to say something. That's why you can't satisfy people. You know, so I can totally see why people like UCC or whatever get grumpy with people, because like you're out here talking jazz. We're trying to get business done and people trying to cause fighting amongst us. No, let us do what we're doing. You sit back and keep collecting the information and using it for how you see fit, and then you want to throw stones at other people's houses, because ain't nobody's house impervious, ain't nobody's house perfect. Just keeping it real. All right, moving on. Okay, the filer has not provided an initial financing statement number in item 11, except, but here, Oklahoma and South Carolina, they'll reject it. Isn't that crazy? Because of the jurisdictional differences between the states. So what does this tell you guys? I never even thought it exactly. But check it out. What this tells me is that each state, though they are a part of the United States or the state of, they have their own true state-to-state differences in how they will process your UCC to deliver it to the UCC. Isn't that crazy? So here, the filer does not provide the debtor name in item 13. Looks like they all will accept it. I don't know why you would file one without a debtor name, but wait a minute. You think about that. So the only thing I can think of is if, wait a minute, could this be, hold on, stop the press, stop. Hold on, let me ponder this. Now, I'm not saying this is fact, but my thought on that, could that mean, if it says that they, at least in this one, back in 2010, that they will accept, so that means you would have your creditor information in there. I think by George, I might have something here. So if you do a, whether UCC lien or a non-UCC lien, and you've got a creditor, you got your information with your given name as a creditor, and you don't put the name of a debtor down, are you then telling them that you as a private party have your stuff out of your straw man's name and you are putting your own lien against it in the real world as an equity? That might be it. Because why else would they let you make a filing without having a debtor? So if there's no debtor and you move your stuff out of the debtor's name into your own trust or into just your own given name, you're saying that you own it. Don't quote me on that. You heard it here first. These are just my thoughts. But that could be interesting. That could be huge. That could be really huge. That is interesting. I will have to ponder some more on that. But quick thought would be that if it's just you as the creditor, you have your stuff in the private or in the trust or whatever you got it, and it's not against a debtor, which would be a public transmitting utility or a non-living entity, but you're in the real world, which is why I would indicate that by being the creditor and a living party, and you put it in the collateral box, yeah, I would have to say my best thought on that would be, yeah, you are making a private, especially if you then checked off non-UCC filing, a really private lien against your own stuff. Huh. All right, back to your regular scheduled program. Okay. Use of words such as same, not, NA, which means for not applicable, none, see attached, see addendum. Those are accepted. Forms other than national or model forms, meaning states that have their own forms, should indicate such in the deviation section. Reject. Some states will accept it, some won't. So yeah, this is it, guys. This is the whole kit and caboodle here. Whoa, now this is an odd one. Hold on, check this out. Bogus or fraudulent filings. Filer provides the same name in items 1 and 3 of the initial financing, debtor and secured party are the same. Accepted. What? What? Hold on. Stop the press. Who is that? Vicky Vale. Vicky Vale. I like Batman. Did you read that? So here's the scope, though. Keep things into perspective. So what this would then mean is that at least back in 2010, they were accepting all of them, even if you had the name of the creditor and the debtor the same. This is why I tell you guys, you have to vet the information and go and download or request the filing guides for your particular state. At least back in 2010, they were supposed to accept all of the ones with your name as the debtor and the creditor the same. Now, as I told you before, as we move, hi guys, all the rewriters and the updaters and the agencies and the agents who watch my channel, as we move, they move. So apparently at some point in time, somebody decided, hey, I don't think that we should be legally allowing them to be the creditor and the debtor, which would make sense because you can't be both. You cannot be the creditor, the living party, and the dead party. So that's why there's a jurisdictional difference by use of the all caps name and you using your given name. So let's go back to the screen. We'll look at that again. So they're saying if you file, at least at this point in time, 2010, if you filed a bogus or fraudulent filing, which I don't even know why they would even have that. If they know it's bogus or fraud, then they're part of the fraud and they shouldn't allow you to do that, in my word. So I will stand with the system on that part. But they, at that point in time, they said, accept it under 9-520A of the UCC code. Oh, look at it. In Texas, they said, nope, send that to the Attorney General for review. All these states said they would reject it. Okay, so the action is that they're supposed to accept it, but due to jurisdictional deviations, Illinois said they will review it. So that's interesting. Delaware will not accept using these codes. So they're like basically fighting back. They're saying, nope, by our admin rules here in North Dakota, we are not accepted. Texas said, nope, under these codes, it's got to be reviewed. So that's why some of your UCCs are off and some of your processes are off a little bit, because there's different jurisdictional variations or deviations within your own state. If the debtor is listed as a public official, see, this is another reason why you can't put liens against some officials, because look, Delaware says reject it. Nope, we're not letting you put anything against our officials. Not in the UCC. Nope. Texas says, we'll take a look at it. See what you got, what you're saying. Maybe. Washington says, may reject if recognized on the record. Tennessee's like, accept it and send it to the general counsel. That's wild. All right, so that's it, guys. Once again, I did not go through every single one of them. As you've seen, I downloaded it. If you want to just go and find it yourselves, I think I gave you guys the information earlier. Otherwise, it'll be on blacksite32.com. You can get that specific one. Keep in mind that it is an older file, and you probably should be getting one direct and new and fresh from your state where you live, because there are such things as jurisdictional differences and deviations. All right, guys, that's it. Hopefully you found this information entertaining and educational and fun from your favorite non-belligerent, non-combatant treaty of the United States, Lord of Levitica, the bad werewolf himself. All right, go out, enjoy the sun and the summer, and go do something fun. Meanwhile, I will be here going through some old dusty books for your entertainment purposes only. So support your man on blacksite32 with a donation today. Ta-ta.